The following is a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about them Cowboys? Yeah!
Go Cowboys!
Blowing out of the backfield, exploding down the sideline.
This is Hanging with the Boys, presented by Wingstop, where flavor gets its wings. Now, your hosts, Nate Newton, Kurt Daniels, Jesse Holley, and Shannon Gross.
Thursday, you
Yeah.
are looking live at Tostitos Championship Plaza outside Ford Center at the Star in Frisco, Texas, where, if, by the way, you tune into the NFL Network right now, you can watch, is that the Big 12 Pro
Big
Day?
12, yep.
Going on right now, live as we speak, about, what do you say, guys, about 200 yards that way? Shedeur Sanders on camera right now, so... yeah, outside.
That's the bummer. No Shedeur, no Travis Hunter are working out at the Pro Day.
Just hanging out.
Just there.
Just hanging out. Where it is 59.
Dion here
degrees.
then? Think Dion's here?
He's
You think he's here?
I think they got spring training.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, that's
I was
right.
about to say, Nate, you need to make a call if he's here.
Where it is 59 degrees outside of Pro Day with a high of 63, a low of 41.
in the back is the captain of what do you play? Fortnite? Is it Fortnite?
Yeah, 40.
Yeah.
Fortnite. Chris Beam keeping his live and local.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Backpacker himself getting backpacked all
me.
day. Oh, you're the backpacker. You're the backpacky.
Correct.
Shannon Gross, big fella Nate Newton,
Yeah, dude.
Free Pump Kurt Daniels.
never-
I am.
You never want to be the backpacky.
No, you don't want to be the. It's like being the bottom.
You
don't want to.
You want to be the packer, not the packy.
Yeah.
Wow.
I am.
Really?
I am salt and pepper.
As the
Bobby.
tour walks back.
Yeah.
Well, you think this is a symbol of excuse? I'm sorry, Jess. That was very rude. Go ahead.
That's all good. I am Salt and Pepper
Yeah.
Poppy. Together, we make Hanging with the Boys, the sports talk equivalent of Braille. People feel us when we speak.
There we
Yeah, there we go. There we go.
Spring break.
Oh, got a big crowd out there
Brought to
today.
you each and every day by Wingstop, where flavor gets its wings. There we go. Got a little help from the back. Spring break.
Spring
This
breakers.
week in Frisco.
Yes,
So,
it is.
They needed to go to school, man.
How are
Yeah,
y'all?
spring break.
How are y'all passing by? Good. How's it going? It seems like once a week we lost Nate. He's
Nate.
going to harass the tour.
That's the
So
tour.
it seems like once a week is just
Not enough.
long. It's long. It seems like it's been like 3 weeks since we've been on the show.
It's been a while since we've all been here.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe that's what it is.
We could do small things like actually come together outside of the show, like we are humans.
We've done that once in the 6 years of the
Yep,
show.
yeah.
We
could do that.
went to the,
We could do that.
went and had a meal together. That's about it. It's almost twice because Kurt didn't make the other one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
It would be a lot easier to get us four, Chris involved, than it because Nate. Just never know with Nate.
never.
It is literally.
This is what you
A
get.
toss-up.
This is what you get from Nate. All right, y'all have fun,
Yeah.
and then he'll show up.
Then he'll show up. But then sometimes you're like, all right, have fun. And then he'll send you a picture like,
Yeah.
hope you're having a good time. I'm in Romania.
Yeah.
Like,
Not Romania because he'd have to fly.
I know, but yeah, he'll be
South
somewhere.
America.
He'll get to Mexico quick.
I wonder if you could drive all the way to the tip of South America.
Sure, you could. It's all connected.
Yeah, but passports and checkpoints.
Well, you'd
and
have to go through a lot. but
Nate probably had a
I'd
little
do
bit
it.
more trouble than we would.
Well, yeah.
I don't know. He gets in and out of Mexico pretty easy these days. So
I think he makes it sound a lot easier than what it really is.
you think?
I think he has patience.
Yeah, I think he has a lot of patience. When that name comes across the screen,
Like, Mr. Newton, I think
Yeah.
we need to. Check my car.
yeah.
Go
Hey,
ahead.
Mr. Nate, just pull over to the
You
left
think
right there.
You think?
Yeah, you can check my car.
You think he emails them a couple weeks ahead of time? Is like,
I'm away.
on this
On my
day
way.
at this time, I'm probably gonna be there. If you want to go ahead and start.
Honestly, he might have like a border agent, like a friend that he knows. They're like, hey, just heads up, I'm on my way.
Yeah.
I'm on the
Huge
way.
Cowboys fan.
Yeah, for sure. I'm on the way. So
Hey, Bill, I'm coming down for lunch.
yeah. I'm sending my location. Just know, so I'll be there in about an hour or two.
Well, we know that doesn't happen because Nate. There's no way in hell he knows how to send a location from a phone.
No,
Good point.
that's true.
That's a good point.
No way in hell.
That's a good point.
So he still deals with cash.
Which is not bad.
No, that's a good way to do business, especially these days and times. You never know what's going to happen with the economy and the bank.
Quick question: do you just keep like a small amount of cash on you at all times?
I used to not, and then I got to where I would have an emergency fund, so I'd like a folded up $100 bill stuck hidden in my wallet. And now if I go to like somewhere that has if I use my debit card and it says, do you want cash back? I'll just hit yes, and I'll take $20 out every time. And then if I get up to too much in my wallet, I'll put it in a shoebox. So now, yeah, I probably keep $60, $100 on me.
Yeah, very little. Once in a while, but not very often anymore.
Do you?
Yeah, I keep at least like 50 on me.
Just in case?
Yeah.
In case you're somewhere that
Yeah, you just never know.
system goes down, Wi-Fi goes. Thought about that.
Lose your phone, lose your
Yeah.
wallet. I always keep 50 on me.
All right, in the I guess the history of the show, to keep it going and try not to get to football until at least the second segment. I started doing this after the pandemic. I've started to, and y'all tell me if I'm crazy. When my car
You're
gets
crazy.
down,
my
okay,
fault.
for this. We got a stray.
Roxy got him.
When my car gets down to about half a tank of gas, I go fill back up. I try not to ever let it get down past
really?
half a tank, just because if you ever need to get out of town quick. What did he do?
Nate's leading a tour.
He's bringing. This is the tour that just came through.
I just came through.
Nate just brought him back in the loop.
He brought him back.
How are y'all?
Told him to knock on the door.
We're sorry. We can't control him.
Yeah.
We're sorry. What did you do?
Just act the fool.
Okay. Sorry. We apologize for him. Yeah, I don't let my car get below half a tank.
Really?
Just in case. We're delaying talking about football.
I ride the wave. I try to ride the gas wave. Because, like, sometimes, like, it'll go up.
Yeah, it'd be like 350 and then
yeah,
get down to like 275.
So I try to ride the wave.
Until it dips?
Yeah, so if I get down, I'm like, it's Thursday. Like today. Like, the other day in my neighborhood, it was like 245.
Oh, wow.
And then I get my bonus points because I go to 7-Eleven, pump 8.
There you go.
I type in my code, and I might get like, sometimes like 5 cents off, 11 cents off, up to like 17 cents. I got like 17 cents off one time. So it's like 245, 240. Today is like 295. So I'm at a half a tank. So I'm riding this wave out.
Hoping it dips?
Hoping it dips again. But if it don't, then I'm only going to put like 20 in there.
To hope it could
Till it dip again, and then I fill up.
You like playing the gas?
Yeah, I play the. Yeah, I do. I play the gas.
I used to do that, but then when I figured out, I'm only saving about 15, 20 cents a gallon. Is it worth that?
It's my 50.
You don't
Is
do
it
a lot
worth
of
that
driving, though, do you?
$2?
You don't do a lot
Not
of
a
driving.
lot.
I do a lot of driving.
Yeah.
They must save a lot at one of these membership places, because every time I drive by, I don't want to mention the place, but every time I drive by, that gas line.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it is. Yeah.
I don't know if they're giving away free gas with those memberships, but I don't know, bro.
Do you let you do more driving than any of them?
I don't care. I let it go all the way down about the empty because I'm filling up because I'm going.
Well,
I ain't got time to be.
Now, are you a driver that's like when you drive, you be like, it's on E, but I know my car?
I know my car.
See?
I know my car.
Is that a black or white thing? Like, do y'all do that?
I used to, but now you got the digital thing.
It's a
that
wife
tells
thing too, bro.
Oh, it's a wife thing. It's a
My wife's like, oh, it's on 3 dots. I can go like to work and back. I'm like, no, you can't. You can, because I'm gonna have to come pick you up at the side of the road. And it's okay for that.
you. Not worth the gamble for me.
Not worth the gamble.
Speaking of gambling,
Yeah.
that we're not allowed to do,
that we don't do.
but you can do free brackets. Did y'all all do brackets
I did a
Bracket or what?
for the tournament? March
Oh,
Madness?
okay. Yeah. Jess? Jess?
I've never done a bracket before in my life.
Really?
Never.
You only pick one team.
I pick one team. Since
North
2003,
Carolina versus everyone.
It's North Carolina versus the world.
How do you feel about them this year? Because, the last team to get in, but they actually look pretty strong.
Survive in advance, baby. No,
That's
don't.
Jesse's way of saying not
What?
a great outlet.
No. I feel good about this team. I do feel good about this team. In the tournament, I thought we started playing really good basketball late in the year. Now, we lose to Duke, right? Duke's a really, 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 really good football basketball team. Like, it just – this is. They got probably the best player in the country. But we don't play Duke in the tournament. And it's all about styles make fights. And one thing I do know as a card-carrying member of a national championship in the college basketball ranks, you need good guard play in the NCAA tournament.
Yes, you do.
If you have veteran guard play in the NCAA tournament, you have a chance. What did you see in the first round of the NCAA tournament for the Tar Heels? Guard play. R.J. Davis, who was last year's ACC National Player of the Year, fifth-year senior, 26 points in that opening game, 6 for 6 behind the three-point line, and we won by 39 or whatever it was. Our guards played really, really, really well. So, and another thing that I think that we're going to play well with, one of our players who comes off the bench, he practices the religion of is a Muslim. Mm-hmm. So he was in Ramadan. So he fasts throughout the day, and then he can't eat until sundown. So the last couple of weeks of the season, the games were happening during Ramadan where he can't eat or drink anything, not even water. So that was they had to play with his minutes a little bit. I think now that we're getting towards the tail end of Ramadan and the games are being at when sun goes down, we'll be ramp those minutes up.
Okay. All right. Well, good.
Curse you Ramadan?
Not today.
I've never heard that.
Not today. That's a great answer. Not today. Not today.
Not saying never.
Not today.
It's not today.
Today I'm not. Today that's not what I'm subscribing to.
All right. Before we get into Kurt's list, thank you for the list today, Kurt. Some good points.
It was good. Good point.
We had drama, I think, within an hour after the last show, on the exact topic that we were talking about. There was probably about to be drama about. And I think within an hour after us getting off the show, Tank was interviewed by the Seahawks staff and basically said what we all know is years and years of frustration.
Little drought.
Yeah. And basically said he wasn't going to win a Super Bowl here. And then, Micah, the new leader of the locker room, which we talked about that whole dynamic, and it was coincidental that it happened right after our show. What happens when we leave? And Nate, you weren't on last week, but we talked about personalities typically stay the same in the locker room. Players just go into those personalities. Like you always got a jerk, you always got the quiet leader. You always get the roles don't change, the people do, right?
That's right.
And what's going to happen when Tank leaves? And Jesse was talking about leaders don't have to say they're a leader, especially out on social media. And, so we'll see how this goes. And then Tank goes and says that. Michael.
Clockwork.
Right after on Twitter. This some clown S, you didn't say that when you was here, blah, blah, blah. And then since Michael Irvin's gotten involved and Michael's kind of got Micah's side on it saying, you was part of the problem. Like, y'all didn't do anything. You got paid all this money. So what do you weren't here last week. How do you feel about one, Tank taking a shot, which is years of pent-up frustration? The Cowboys did make him the highest paid player in franchise history, non-quarterback at the time, right? So there should be a little bit of loyalty. You should probably keep that in the locker room. And then how do you feel about Micah firing back at him after that?
Defend your team. A lot of things I don't agree with Micah, but defend your team. I mean, Tank had his opportunity a lot of years. But Tank played 10 years. He had his opportunities, but also he has the right to say what he feel. In this land of it's about me, it's about what I say, and the only thing that counts is what I think. This is how it go. These are two full-grown men, and I promise you, once they see each other out in the public, they probably come up and slap, hey, man, everything cool, which ain't everything gonna never be cool. Because when you the big dog, like Tank was, and all of a sudden this young pup come in and take the limelight by force, because he took it because he was the best player on their defense, this happens. This happens. It's just back when me and Jess played, we would have been a little more respectful on how we handled it, because the Joneses have always been about Tank, and Tank have always been like, I don't care about the cap. Actually, y'all problems. Tank always been about Tank. This ain't nothing new. Mm-hmm. But I always believe in defending the home front. But Micah can get up out of here too, and you don't be shocked if he like, yeah, I agree with Tank. You ain't gonna win a Super Bowl,
So here's my only pushback towards you on defending the home front. Because two things can be true and two things can be wrong.
Right.
I think what Tank said was unnecessary. I think it was unnecessary.
Not wrong.
We can ask the question, was it wrong?
Right.
Because he said, I don't feel like I can win a championship there. That's what he said. I thought the shot was unnecessary. I think he knew what he wanted to do. Now, where I push back on you is this, because the conversation that we had was about leaders. And I made this comment on my other show. The quote goes, a lion doesn't lose sleep over the opinions of sheep. And we're talking about leadership. And from Micah's perspective, like, because you knew what this was going to be, especially via social media. When you put it out via social media, you knew what kind of hailstorm that was going to put out there. I look at it and I go, Dak saw the same comment. Didn't utter a peep. Didn't quote tweet, didn't subtweet, didn't send shots through somebody else. Because a lion doesn't lose sleep over the opinion of a sheep. And so when we talk about leadership, I thought Micah should have been like, you know what? That dude's no longer a part of our pack.
Taking the high road, ignoring it.
Ignore it.
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. Because I'm giving this legs. Because when I respond, it becomes national news. If it's just him, then he's out there looking all crazy. But now I've given it, I've put the kerosene on this flame and taken it to another level. And I'm thinking about, like, if this is the step for him to take the throne of leader, at least for the defensive side, the mature part of it is, I ain't adding no more drama to what we already got going on. That's how that dude feel. Good luck in Seattle.
You've just talked 2 minutes of pure essence. And only one word registered. The mature guy.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
I mean, you sounded good and you look good doing it.
Thank you.
But who in today's I need a like, get on to my what when you have a conversation, it's just
dialogue or
thread or whatever.
Your timeline.
I'm saying that timeline.
Yeah, you're right.
I promise you, all Parsons was doing, like, click, 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 click. Oh, yeah. Boy.
And here's the crazy part about it. And that's why I used that particular quote. Because at the time, Micah's in Dubai. He was in Dubai.
Whoa, having a good time.
You stepped away from vacation.
Right.
To address this.
Right.
Like, that part, I'm like, Dak was on vacation. There was photos of him with his family.
Getting hell from the Eagles.
Getting hell from the Eagle fans.
In the Bahamas.
Yeah, and it's like, I'm sure Dak saw it. But it's like.
You know what? One thing I don't understand about social media, right? I get it if you're me and Kurt, and you're an average person, and you get the dopamine, you get the gratification from the attention, right? Oh, you know what? And this may be just the way that I'm wired. I get it. I understand how, especially if you get a following and they empower you and and people, you know, it's the groupthink mentality. But when you have everything that like a Micah does, or just anybody when you are one of the best at what you do, you're in the top 0.0001% of what you do. Why do you need that? Unless it's to promote something, unless it's, but what, from who? From me? From you?
No, from his teammates. He wants that leadership.
But okay, you don't need that. Do it over there.
But the leadership role is this. The leadership role is me doing this.
Why is that so important?
No, the leadership role is me doing this. Is I'm getting in the group chat to the rest of my team. Hey, y'all.
Don't act like
here's what we're not going to do.
Right.
He's no longer a part of our pack. We're moving forward. We're going to just prove him and the rest of the world wrong.
Yeah. Love Tank, but he's gone.
Boom. Lying out.
Yeah. There you go.
Well, that's what he should have done.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's still listen, we not. This ain't he ain't a part of this no more.
Oh, there's your boy. He is here. Chris, he got busted.
I didn't know if he was here or not. I'm thinking he you know. But anyway.
Oh, he is here.
Yeah.
Bro, call him. I got an extra mic. Text him.
In the break. We'll do it in the break.
Yeah.
But hey, that don't. When I found out, I didn't know this. You know this, Jess, and you two guys probably know. I didn't know that if you get so big on one of these communication lines or social media lines, you can start getting paid
A lot.
Yeah.
a lot of money.
A lot.
So why wouldn't a kid do this? Why? It's
Micah?
why wouldn't he do it? I mean, every dollar counts just because you can't tell me every dollar don't count.
You know I love a dollar. You know I love a dollar.
No, you don't love a dollar, you control the dollar.
I like a dollar.
Yeah, you like a
I don't
dollar.
love money. I
control
appreciate
money.
I appreciate a good payment.
Yeah, so
That's the difference today. It's about the brand.
yeah, it's about the brand, and so when I saw that, I'm like, wow, that's more clicks. I mean, I don't know if Tank into that, but I know Micah is into that. That brings people to him when you can go at your ex
They
team.
call it engagement.
Yeah.
Engagement.
Don't you think most fans are kind of like, yeah, you tell them, Mike, screwed. Marcus,
I got a good laugh out of the whole thing because when it happened, I didn't get a good laugh out of, and I was kind of like egging it on a little bit. I didn't get a laugh out of them two going back and forth. And even Trayvon Diggs kind of dipped his toe in, then deleted his tweets because he was like, you know what? I probably don't.
What did he say? I didn't see
I'll show you his tweet, but he said something about like, I gotta find the tweets that he had, but he dipped in and then he deleted his tweets immediately because he's like, I might have some skeletons that I don't probably want Tank to bring out to the world, but let me get it. This ain't my fight, right? But what I found funny, and this is always the back and forth that I have with fandom, but there were fans that were like, if it's F us, it's F you. F you, Tank, forget you. And they were like really, the content creators were like, and I was like, that man wasn't talking to y'all. Like, he wasn't talking to y'all. And they were getting online and, like, crashing out. Like, cussing and fussing about what Tank said as if he was personally talking to them.
Right.
Like, they were the ones in the locker room. Like, they put on the cleats and the pads. And I just was like, oh, y'all. And I literally, this is no exaggeration. I got home. I rushed home. I took a shower. I got into bed, and I was just sitting in the bed, rubbing my feet together.
Watching.
And I was flipping through this thing. And when I tell you, I had the belly laugh throughout the night, about 2-3 hours. I just kept refreshing people's pages, kept going and seeing, and they were putting out. And I had a ball of just laughing at some of the content creators and some of the people who were just like up in arms about this.
I was shocked that most fans had Micah's back.
Yeah,
Because it was against the boys.
Yeah.
Cowboys.
Yeah.
Against the Cowboys.
Yeah.
But I was thinking that maybe some people were getting tired of like the Twitter stuff, the being out there, the talking mess. But I was shocked that very few people had Tank's
Only
back.
time fans will be tired when it's continuous losing. That's the only time they'll get tired. That's the only time they'll take shots at this kid.
Yeah.
Even when it comes time to pay him, they're not going to take shots at this dude. I mean, everybody always want to be on the high side when everything is rolling right.
Yeah. All right, let's take a break. When we come back, let's talk a little football finally on Hanging with the Boys. Be right back.
How's Wingstop sound? Crispy, juicy classic wings, sauced and tossed in those 11 soul-satisfying flavors. Paired with hand-cut seasoned fries, house-made honey mustard, blue cheese, or signature Wingstop ranch. I think you've heard enough. Get your flavor delivered at wingstop.com.
This is Nate Newton from Hanging with the Boys, and Wingstop is here to bring the flavor to game day as the official wings of the Dallas Cowboys. Order now by downloading the Wingstop app or ordering online at wingstop.com.
Fall is here, and that means football is back, bringing all the delicious game day foods with it. As you prep for all the big games, tailgates, and watch parties, let Yo Quiero be your one-stop destination for all things home gating. Yo Quiero's fresh, flavorful, ready-to-serve guacamole made with real Hass avocados will score taste bud touchdowns as you cheer on the Cowboys. Yo Quiero's wide range of mouthwatering and versatile products can be found in your local grocery store's produce or deli section. Grab some today.
Hey, Cowboys fans, the 2024 football season is here, and SeatGeek is here to help you experience all the action. SeatGeek makes it easy to find tickets so you can be a part of all the touchdown celebrations this season. Whether you're buying or selling tickets to Cowboys football games or to any other live event, SeatGeek is the place to do it. SeatGeek is the official primary ticketing partner of the Dallas Cowboys. The most disruptive idea in ticketing? A ticket that works. Expect the expected. SeatGeek.
How about them Cowboys? Or how about them Tyson Cowboys Nuggets? As we cheer for the stars on the field, we love that we've also got some stars on our plate, thanks to Tyson brand star-shaped Cowboys Nuggets. That, along with all our other favorite Tyson Foods products, sure make game day special. Score some delicious Tyson Cowboys Nuggets and become a game day star, just like our Cowboys. As you enjoy your stars on and off the plate, remember, tailgates and game day have always been Tyson.
Back to Hanging with the Boys.
Welcome back to the second segment of Hanging with the Boys, brought to you each and every day by Blockchain.com. Thank you, Blockchain.com. Kurt.
Yay.
Hey.
Hey.
We got some new copy.
Oh.
At 7-Eleven, there's a $5,000 winner every single day. Did you know this, Jess? Shop with 7 rewards.
Well, see you later.
Then play in the app game. In the in-app game for a chance to win $5,000 in cash. New daily cash winners only at 7-Eleven. Are you next? No purchase necessary. Ends 1/6/2026. U.S. and D.C. Ages 16 and over. For full official rules and gameplay, go to 5k-a-day.com/rules to learn more. So, Jesse, you are eligible for $5,000 a day and didn't even know it. That Pump 8. Maybe you should switch over to Pump 5.
I'll do whatever it is and get that 5K.
Get that 5K.
Whatever they want me to do.
There you go. Go do it after the show. All right. Let's talk, since it's timely and this is over in the building, let's talk to draft a little bit. Now that we've kind of gotten through the season, gotten through the off season a little bit, drafts coming up, speculation starting to abound about who will be there, who's going to drop, who you should get. We know who they've signed in the offseason. We kind of see what the team's looking like before training camp and before the draft. Kurt, who do you like in the draft? Like who are you hearing, and then who do you like? And
Well, one, I'm not a big draft guy. So
quick plug, but you did do the
I did do
the draft book.
guy,
Quick
so-
plug. Put the plug in there.
Yeah, we got our Dallas Cowboys Star Magazine draft guide coming out. It's, should be next week. I think it'll be hitting stores. So be on the lookout for that. All the draft scouting reports. Kyle did a great job.
How many guys do you feature?
We have scouting reports on about 100, over 100, 110, and then list kind of rankings of 500 or so.
You say you're not a big draft guy. This is not the draft show. We never have claimed to be, nor will we ever claim to be.
Yeah.
I would go out on a limb and say you probably, going through those 100 or whatever reviews, you probably know more about the draft than any of us on this.
I don't know about that.
I don't know, Jesse.
Jesse knows a lot.
Jesse knows, man.
I'm not the draft guru, but I do have to keep up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At least know, like,
Kurt has to keep up. But I mean, you're doing in-depth analysis of those guys or reading that.
Yeah,
analysis.
I'm reading.
Yeah. So
But,
you know,
I mean,
you don't undersell yourself. Well, what I'm saying.
I mean, to answer your question, I'm liking the idea of maybe that wide receiver out of Arizona, and I can't pronounce his name.
Tetaroa?
Yeah, Tetaroa.
Say it again.
Tetaroa.
That receiver position worries me with the Cowboys, and
it seems like a lot of conversations are starting to go to receiver as a first round need, as to where pre-free agency, I think that was, everybody was defensive line. Now that you got Osa, it's kind of like, all right, we might be good there. You need depth, obviously, cornerback.
I don't know if we're good there.
How did you come up with that one? That we may be good there?
No, we as a first round pick. Like, are you going to go? You just signed Osa.
If a defensive lineman falling into you in the first round pick, you better take him.
You know they're not going.
There's only one. There's only one worthy of falling to you in the first round.
Yeah,
and he ain't falling to you.
He's not getting
it. And that's Mason Graham out of Michigan.
Oh, I was going to say.
No, don't. Please don't fall to us. Please.
No.
Please.
Abdul Carter not falling to us.
Michigan.
Draft him early. Get him.
He won't be there.
No.
Thank you. Make sure that whoever get him. Don't you have second guesses on this kid from Michigan? Please don't.
Talking about Mason Graham.
Yeah. Whoever supposed to get him in the first level, and get him.
Yeah.
How much, Jesse? with your
What's wrong with Jesse? I ain't going through this no more.
With your other show,
Mm-hmm.
how into the draft are you? I know y'all cover it pretty in depth and y'all talk about it a lot. Are you watching film or are you just gathering information? How far down in the rabbit hole do you get on this stuff?
I'm premier guys, like first two roundish. Yeah. I'm knowledgeable to some degree in those areas with guys. I've watched some tape on those guys and guys that we may talk about on our show that I don't know. I go and
you go research.
Yeah, but like I'm not like I'm not going to tell you.
You're not
this
going
guy
to
the fifth round.
Yeah, you're not going to do a scouting reports.
No.
5 rounds deep.
No, I'm as Clarence Hill says, I'm gonna play the hits.
There you go.
I'm gonna play the hits.
Who would you like the Cowboys to get, even if you think he might go before the Cowboys get there? Like, who would you ideally want them to take that's realistic in the first round? And who are a couple of names that you're intrigued by falling to 12?
My heart says, I want Emeka Egbuka, Ohio State wide receiver. I think he is, and I know 12 might be high for a guy that's going to be a number 2. I think he fits opposite of CD so well.
What does he do well?
Everything. Everything. he gonna block his tail off. He is you know how I feel about route runners.
Right.
He is a route runner. He's full size. You know, he's not no little joker. He's a full size man. He's fast enough, not blazing, but he doesn't drop the ball. Can get some yak. Can run any route that you need him to run. And I think for the quarterback, for the offense, and for what I need opposite of CD, this is, to me, the guy that you fit into that mold. You can play him inside. You can play him outside. You can put him in motion. You can play him, out of the backfield.
How big is he, Jess?
6'1".
Let me look here.
I think he's 6'1". 6'1", 208, 9 pounds.
I got B-roll if you want to see him.
Oh, you can put some B-roll up there. There you go. Back there getting ready for the draft.
Produce, my man.
There you go. Producing back there.
He do this for us a lot. I mean, Chris, boy, you told a big backpack.
There he is. Here you go.
Like,
oh,
and he tracks the ball really well. And the biggest thing that a lot of teams like, why isn't he? Why wasn't he the premier guy? Well, you got to understand who we also play with, and that's why I think he will fit so perfectly in that Robin role to Batman, because all he played around was a bunch of Batmans. He played around Marvin Harrison Jr. He played around Garrett Smith. He played around Jackson Smith and Jigba. He played around now the young kid that's there. What's the young kid's name? Jeremiah Smith. That they said he ready to come out if he could come out and be a top player, a freshman. And all he's done is just been right there. Has two 1,000+ yard seasons. He's just, to me, he just fits that role of being the Robin to CD's Batman and perfect for Dak Prescott, because Dak plays better with the receiver that runs route. And that's the timing of it, being where you're supposed to be, being there repeatedly, and that understands how to sit and where he belongs in zones. When Dak has problems, it's when teams go and play zone against him. When they drop 7 and they drop 8 in the coverage and he has to sift through it, well, he doesn't trust those other guys. He's focusing on CeeDee Lamb, and what happens is he throws the interceptions. You add Emeka Egbuka to that, he's going to be able to run all the routes that you need, the curl routes, the in routes, the dig routes, the over routes, the out routes, the deep curls, the bubble screens, the slants, everything from inside, from outside. This dude, to me, is an absolute player.
I tell you what, man, in his body language, it's like he enjoy playing football.
And then in the run game, think Hines Ward when he blocks.
Yeah.
He's dirty.
Steve Smith. 6'1", 202.
Steve Smith kind of guy.
Yeah. He got no problem getting there and get physical.
He doesn't look like he's real quick, real fast speedster, but he's in the right place at the right time on every play.
Every time.
Yeah.
Talking run game, I mean, what are your thoughts on Ginty? I mean, that's the favorite. That's what who everybody wants.
Oh, wait, real quick before you get into that. You said that's what your heart wants.
Yeah.
What's your head say?
My head say go get you a left tackle. My head say Kelvin Banks from Texas. the offensive lineman out of LSU.
Because there's some good ones that are going to be there.
Yeah. I know they got the Mimbo kid from Missouri.
What does that say, though, about you drafting another left tackle in the first round?
Well, Jerry already said it. He said it to us at the end of the season. I got over my skis when I thought I could just plug a guy in there and go, and he wasn't ready. But now, you know what? Hey, young fella, here's what you're going to go do. You're going to go learn how to play right tackle, because in a year we're going to get rid of Terrence Steele, and then now you'll fill in that tackle spot right there. And what I'll have is now, going forward, I'll have arguably the best left guard in the National Football League. For a long time, I had the best right guard in the National Football League in Zach Martin. Now I'm going to have the best left guard in the National Football League in Tyler Smith, and I'm going to have bookend tackles. I'm going to have a first-round pick that I take this year, whether that's Banks or Mimbo or I'm throwing a blank on the LSU kid. Is it Campbell? And then I'm going to have, hopefully, that Guyton figures it out, and now I got a right tackle. So I got good interior play. I got good bookend play, and then I got a good left tackle. And now I fill in those gaps, and I got that for the next 10 years. Then we get back to that place where the offensive line is sustained, and now we're looking like we're looking like the Lions, or we're looking like Philadelphia at the offensive line, like we used to when we had Tyron and Zach and Travis and Lyle and Leary and those guys up front. I think, and now you can take that, and for the back end of Dak's career for the next 3-4 years, you have a solidified in the trenches offensive line, and now I can just plug in the pieces elsewhere.
You be mad about that?
The thing is, you're not going to be successful. You know, I look at the free agents they've gathered. None of those guys are going to take you to 9, 10, 11 wins. You look at the defensive guys who they have signed or whoever, none of those guys. So you're already going to be a 7, 8 win team. Why not do what Jess is saying? Why not take your time now
rebuild
and build your team? Just rebuild your team from the inside out. And that's including the tackles. That's the inside. That's the interior. And once you get healthy there, and you don't have to be dominant as an offensive line, but you have to be a unit of B to B plus players. You can have your C here or maybe a C plus there, but you got to have enough B plus. You look at Detroit, B plus. You look at Philly, B plus. They may got a C somewhere, but it ain't a line full of them. Right now, we got a lot of C plus players and one A player. And so now you fighting and battling every game, and I'm with Jesse.
We got to deal down like a D or F.
But no. The thing is, this kid, the right tackle now, should be just a service guy. That's all he should be. You know, that's why I give you a C plus. That's a service guy. You need B linemen, guys that have enough athletic ability with a whole lot of hell of a toughness with mental capabilities to think. That ability to think above the shoulders can save you as an offensive lineman. That can save you if you just got that C plus B athletic skill, whereas it may be a little bit different on the outside. It may be a little bit different as a middle linebacker when you got to line everybody else. But as an offensive lineman, if you got that mental capabilities with just some toughness and you can just get your feet moving, you can play a long time and you can be productive.
All right,
Jess. That's some good stuff there, son.
Let's take a break and get back to Kurt's question.
What was that?
Would we be mad if they took Jeanty at 12, if he's there, when we come back?
Yeah, we would.
Find out why when we return on Hanging with the Boys.
Hey, Cowboy fans, I'm Dak Prescott, quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys. But lately, I've been learning a new game, crypto. Sound confusing? Don't worry, even us pros were rookies in crypto once. That's why I trust Blockchain.com. They make crypto easy. No confusing jargon, just the tools to help you win.
Prescott keeps it, slides with a first down.
Invest like your icons, where everyone is a rookie in crypto with Blockchain.com.
Perfect throw, my goodness. Wow, did he ever thread the needle.
Visit Blockchain.com/Cowboys to get started.
Dallas Cowboys Game Day is brought to you by Captain Morgan, the official spiced rum of the NFL. The NFL season is where legends are born on and off the field. Some are last-second plays that turn the tide and change a team's destiny, while others are of friends who follow the captain to make a regular get-together into the stuff of legends. Visit followthecaptain.com. Please drink responsibly. Captain Morgan Original Spiced Rum, 35% alcohol by volume. Captain Morgan Rum Company, New York, New York.
Hey, Cowboys fans, the 2024 football season is here, and SeatGeek is here to help you experience all the action. SeatGeek makes it easy to find tickets so you can be a part of all the touchdown celebrations this season. Whether you're buying or selling tickets to Cowboys football games or to any other live event, SeatGeek is the place to do it. SeatGeek is the official primary ticketing partner of the Dallas Cowboys. The most disruptive idea in ticketing? A ticket that works. Expect the expected. SeatGeek.
How's Wingstop sound? Crispy, juicy classic wings, sauced and tossed in those 11 soul-satisfying flavors. Paired with hand-cut seasoned fries, house-made honey mustard, blue cheese, or signature Wingstop ranch. I think you've heard enough. Get your flavor delivered at wingstop.com.
This is Nate Newton from Hanging with the Boys, and Wingstop is here to bring the flavor to game day as the official wings of the Dallas Cowboys. Order now by downloading the Wingstop app or ordering online at wingstop.com.
Back to Hanging with the Boys.
Welcome back to the final segment of Hanging with the Boys, brought to you each and every show by Jigsaw, the proud dating partner of the Dallas Cowboys. All right, got a little bit of draft thought. Would you be mad? Nate's mad if they take Genty at 12. Why, Nate?
I would be mad if we get Genty, and I know people may say, "Oh, Nate, here you go with the asinine again." I would be mad if you get Genty, and he ain't 60% of your offense. 60%. That means he's running it a minimum of 20 times a game, and he's being thrown at least 7 to 8 times a game. If you're not going to use him, and abuse him, do not bring him up in here. Because you got 18 other guys you done signed out of 108 guys. And I know we signed number 101 and number 85. Use them guys. You know what I'm saying? And you ain't got to come up with no extra money. You get what I'm saying? If you're not going to use him, don't bring him up in here. Nah, don't bring him up in here.
About you, Kurt?
I keep going back and forth. I mean, he obviously has great talent, but I do worry that you can get good running backs in later rounds. And so if they need to build elsewhere.
Like the fourth? Like Bucky?
Yeah.
Irvin?
It'd be nice.
Oh, he was a 4th-round pick.
Unfortunately, we don't have one of those this year.
Or interesting, they have so many. How many picks do they have?
10.
10 picks now.
And what, 5 of them
3 in the
compensatory
first
picks?
100.
Three compensatories.
3 compensatories. Well,
what was it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they traded. Yeah, they swapped around. They have 3 picks in the top 100. 10 picks overall, so they'll be busy on day 3.
How many quality picks do they have?
3.
3. And you need defensive line help. You need offensive line help. You need a wide receiver. You need a corner
and a
running back.
Yeah.
Are they going to stand pat at running back?
Okay, you're kind of good at linebacker, kind of.
I mean, you could use one.
Yeah.
Stand pat at running back?
I mean, with
no,
all
they
those
got to
needs,
get somebody.
I'm talking about with a quality pick, one of those 3 picks. Or are you going to? I would argue, like you guys said, offensive line. To me, you got to get offensive linemen in one of those 3 picks.
I would almost put corner above offensive line.
I think corner, offensive line, and receiver would be probably where I would go. Yeah. I mean, what are you going to do at receiver?
Well, you do have one stud, so
one.
What
do you got behind him?
The maybes.
Yeah. Well, I mean, what do you got? A corner.
You
got a guy coming back from injury. A guy
Bland is the only thing you got.
A veteran, and Bland, you hope it's, can do his thing again. He should be good. You got one guy.
Yeah.
You got one guy basically at every position.
Except running back, you got 0 guys.
Well, you got 2 guys.
Yeah. Right.
Well, 4 guys.
Can they equal 1? I don't know.
I think the fact that they didn't re-sign Dowdle for, he didn't go for a lot. And they got in 2 guys are basically, they're definitely getting a running back in this draft.
It's just going to be one of those quality picks, right?
Yeah. And the thing is, right now, no one has an opinion. I mean, from the head coach to the least player, no one has a true opinion until they start up out here. I mean, how they gonna line guys up?
What systems are running?
Yeah.
What you need?
So,
and you won't know that before the draft, right?
But they need to call. They need to call you in there, Jess. Say, this is my heart, and this is what we need. You know what I'm saying? Because if they don't, if they mess up this first round pick this year,
they can't afford to.
That's what I'm saying.
They can't afford to.
You
set your draft. You set your team back 5-6 years.
You ain't got but 3 picks.
Like
you don't have but 3 picks
significantly if you miss in the first round.
You don't have but 3 picks.
And for me, like I've openly admitted this. At times, I do have a smaller school bias. I do.
I come from a small school and be like, better go get your dog.
It worries me a little bit. A lot of people are going to say, watch the Oregon game, watch the Penn State game, and I get it. It worries me a little bit, the tread from having to take so many carries at the collegiate level.
350 something, yeah.
But also, yes, if you add Jeanty to this team, does your team become better? Yes, in theory. But you add Jeanty to this team, you're not equipped to maximize the talent that he has.
Thank you.
You're not, as we sit today, you're not equipped with adding him to this roster to maximize him.
Right guy, wrong time.
Because if you go get a quarterback, you have to take a great quarterback when he's there, regardless of what your team look like, but not running backs.
Right.
You can take a great wide receiver regardless of what your team is, but not at running back. Because he needs too many people.
That's what I was getting ready to say.
To make him, to help him to be what he need to be. Like, just think, now that we see Saquon behind a legitimate offensive line, think if the Giants would have just been above average. This kid would have been averaging like 1,600 yards a year, 10 touchdowns a year.
All right, real quick before we get out of here, Cooper Rush gone. We upset about that?
No, go get that money, young fella. It was just weird to me.
Not at him, but I mean, if you're the Cowboys, would you have held on to him?
No, we never had him, right?
No.
Oh.
I mean, we didn't.
No.
Him, really.
Would you have gone and made an effort to keep him here? Because he's been your, or they by letting him go saying, hey, if we lose Dak, it doesn't, because in the past he's been the bus driver. He's gotten you through.
He's been stable
with the team that you have now.
Until he faced who? The Super Bowl.
Schottenheimer obviously felt better about Greer. So.
Yeah. And then are you guys? Do you like the Fowler coming back signing? He seemed to do what usually players do here. They come here, they have a hell of a season, they get paid, and they go. Somebody pays them to go somewhere else. He went and had a hell of a year last year with the Commanders, and
we still ain't paying him. That's my worry.
Yeah, why not?
My two worries are. Nobody else really wanted him.
Even his former coach.
And his former coach didn't want him anymore.
That's bringing everybody with him.
That brought him over there. And he had a good year over there.
What, 10.5 sacks?
I think it was like 10.5. Yeah, so he had a good year over there. They didn't think enough of him to pay him over there, which he tweeted out that he was upset about that. And then nobody else wanted him. And then he came back to the Cowboys. So I don't know. I hope he works here. But sometimes you have to also look at what was he able to do in that system? Because he had some dogs around him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And so now, will that translate over here to the Cowboys? We shall see, but I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at the signing.
They needed
another one, yeah.
Need a body. What'd you think?
I'm with him. I mean, I'm going to be quiet basically until I see what this team doing. But I will have me some honest opinions. When this thing start up again, I'm going to be a little bit more tentative than I have in the past because I want to see people practicing. If you telling me that all these guys sign Veteran Day, he don't know this. You get what I'm saying? You got C+ players all over the place. And when you're a C+ B team, you have to have everybody practicing. You can't afford to be around here. Well, we'll take care of it when the season starts. That dude can't. Come on, man. That's Jonathan Mingo Unchained. Whatever. What is his name? What's his name?
That's the show ender.
That's it.
That's the show ender.
Come on, man.
That's the show ender.
Thank you,
right
Uncle
there.
Nate. That was good.
That's it. That's it.
All right, fellas. Good seeing you, Jesse. Nate, that's a good color on you, Nate. I like that color on you. Kurt, good seeing you.
Thank you.
Chris.
Brings out the black in me.
Chris, thanks for holding it down in the back. Josh, thanks for keeping him company. Jazz, I don't know where you are. We miss you.
Jazz here. She's going to Vegas next week.
Spring break is over next week. We will be back next Thursday, same time, same place, hanging with the boys.
We out.
This has been a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about this, Cowboys? Yeah!